2020 has started out with so many great animes that it'd be so hard for an average person to keep up with them. I mean, look at all the sequels that are out right now, it's pretty dope. But that aside, I wanted to give my thoughts on some of the first time shows that are out right now. Yes, I know this is pretty late, but whatever, you guys will have a good binge fest if you give any of these shows a shot. Also, all the animes that I mentioned will be a strong suggestion to give a shot on, so that's another reason why I'm making this video. I mean, with all the sequels, I feel that some of these animes are going to suffer rating wise, and you'll barely see people mention them. Obviously, some will be no-duh animes that a lot of people will know, but the others might not be. I don't know, I'm just your average anime fan that wants to throw this out there, so if some interests you, then leave a comment on your thoughts on them. Mushoku Tensei is basically an isekai. It basically means another world if you didn't know. But this show is special since people refer to it as the one that started all the cliches in the isekai genre. You got your truck-kun, the loser protagonist, even the magic and world building, but everything is built upright. You can see why other shows have taken some of these elements and added them to their shows. Usually in an isekai, they take a character who dies or something like that and plop them into another world. Then in like 2 episodes, they go from a weak person who has no knowledge to someone who is OP. My complaint with these types of shows is that they get really stale quickly. Obviously there's an exception, but for 80 to 90% of this genre, it's just the same plot but told a little different. But with this show, I see the character development more and the hardship that they're going through. Yeah, it has those cliches, but they're not done up in a generic way where it's boring. I actually found interest in the powers that they use and the world building that happens. I sometimes forget I'm watching a normal anime because the sakuga is amazing. I think if you love this type of genre, then I strongly suggest watching the show. Out of this whole winter season, I think this show is one of my favorites. Horimiya is about this guy named Miyamura who's seen as a distant person, and this girl Hori who is loved by everyone. After meeting each other after school, they find out about their hidden selves. Even though she is popular at school, Hori has little time to socialize with their friends and due to housework. She doesn't want people to know that side of her even though it's not that bad. On the other hand, Miyamura lives a secret life with tattoos and piercings that make him look like a badass. After some time, they become friends and bond more and more with each other. Then you get that romance shit that makes you feel good inside. I like romance anime a lot because of my personal life experiences, so I really vibe with this show. If you're into that type of genre, I highly suggest watching the show. Side note, another reason why you should look into this show is that it's actually rated as one of the most highly rated mangas on my anime list, which caught me by surprise. So yeah, another pro to sway you more. Skate, or Skate to Infinity, is about skating. Who would have known? But yeah, this anime focuses on a high schooler that loves to skate named Reki, who meets a transfer student from Canada named Longa. The transfer student follows Reki and develops a love for skating after racing this clown. We soon find out that Longa has snowboarded his whole life but moved to Japan after some shit happened. Then the story follows formidable people who want to race Longa. My first impressions of this anime are mixed since it feels more like a initial D anime with a skateboard. I'm more used to this. But what keeps me watching this show is the well animated scenes that bring you into the racing, even if it's hyper unrealistic. Yeah, sometimes I cringe with how the characters look, but I still like the show since we've never seen anything like this before. Also, I'm a big fan of skateboarding even though I'm ass at it. If you're open-minded, then I think you'll enjoy this show. This show focuses on a dickhead who moves back to his hometown after causing trouble for the Tokyo Junior High School volleyball club. He reunites with his childhood friend who has strong potential because of his size, but ends up folding under pressure during the middle school tournament. Some BS ends up happening, and then they end up going to the same high school where they mend their relationship and join the volleyball team. Anyways, a lot of people have been hating on this anime since it did kind of come out right after Haikyuu finished its season. I mean, it makes sense, but I can also say that if this show came out before Haikyuu was released, it would be beloved by many people. Yes, it has its flaws when it comes to timing, but I've still been enjoying this show. I can kind of relate to the main character in some way since I was a dickhead at points when I used to do cross country. But that doesn't matter now, just give it a shot and you might like it. Alright, there you have it. These are some of the shows that I've been watching that I wanted to talk about and give a suggestion on. Hopefully you enjoyed this short video and give these shows a try. I should mention that I've also been watching Wonder Egg Priority and basically most sequels. I've been enjoying those shows as well, so give them a shot if they look interesting. Anyways, please like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed the content you see. If you have any suggestions on what you'd want to hear me talk about or improvements to the videos, then please comment as well. I don't know, that's all I have to say, so peace.